Welcome to the Captain Meow Trivia. This is our Valentine's Day special edition. Would you be able to get at least 15 right? Pause if you need it. No options, just knowledge. Focus. Let's begin. In Greek mythology, who was the mother of Eros, Cupid? She was Aphrodite, Venus. She was so jealous of Psyche's beauty that she ordered Eros to make her fall in love with a monster. Which hormone is often called the love hormone? Its name is oxytocin. It is released by the brain when people hug or bond, lowering stress and increasing trust. Which saint performed secret weddings after the Roman emperor banned marriage? Saint Valentine. Emperor Claudius II believed single men made better soldiers, so Valentine performed the ceremonies in defiance. In which Italian city can you visit the house of Juliet and her famous balcony? The city was Verona. Every year, thousands of people send letters addressed to Juliet there, and volunteers actually reply. What common shape is the mathematical curve known as a cardioid named after? A heart. The name comes from the Greek word cardia, heart. In which century was the very first heart-shaped box of chocolates created? The 19th century, 1861. It was created by Richard Cadbury, a marketing genius who suggested that after eating the chocolates, people should keep the beautiful boxes to store their love letters. What bird is the most common symbol of love? Because they often mate for life. The dove. Doves were also sacred to Aphrodite, the goddess of love in ancient times. In Japan, who traditionally gives gifts on Valentine's Day? Women. Men don't give gifts until a month later on White Day, March 14th. Which ancient empire started the tradition of wearing a wedding ring on the fourth finger? The Romans? They believed in the vena amoris, vein of love. A vein they thought ran directly from that specific finger straight to the heart. Which Greek goddess is said to have created the red rose? Aphrodite. Legend says she scratched herself on a white rose while running to her lover, turning it red with her blood. In South Korea, Black Day is a holiday specifically for which group of people? Single people. Those who didn't receive gifts on Valentine's Day or White Day gather to eat black noodles to celebrate being single with friends. Which famous landmark was built by an emperor as a tomb for his favorite wife? The landmark is the Taj Mahal. The white marble was designed to change color depending on the light, looking pink at dawn, white at noon, and golden under the moon. What is the traditional Valentine's gift in Wales? Wooden love spoons. Young men would carve intricate spoons to show off their woodworking skills to their sweethearts. Which animal gives a gift of a pebble to its mate during courtship? Penguins. Gentoo penguins search the whole beach to find the smoothest, perfect pebble for their partner. Which popular sweet treat contains a love chemical that mimics the feeling of being in love? The chocolate? It contains phenylethylamine, the same chemical your brain releases when you feel a romantic spark. This is why it has been the world's favorite romantic gift for centuries. Hey, how is going? If you want to help me to complete future missions, consider subscribing and put a like. That would help me a lot. That is all. Continue enjoying the trivia. What do two seahorses do when they date? They hold tails. They often link tails while swimming to ensure they don't get separated by the current. True or false? It takes more than 10 minutes of talking to decide if you like someone. It is false. Research shows it actually takes only 4 minutes. Remarkably, your brain relies more on body language and the tone of voice than the actual words being said. Which US city is known as the wedding capital of the world? Las Vegas. Around 80,000 marriage licenses are issued there every single year. Which holiday is officially the most popular day of the year to propose marriage? Valentine's Day. An average of 6 million couples get engaged on this day every year. Interestingly, over 40% of people say they would actually prefer a surprise proposal on a random day instead. Which bird is famous for forming a heart shape with its neck when swimming with its mate? The swan. While many animals like albatrosses and wolves stay together for life, swans became the symbol of love because their long necks create a perfect heart when they face each other. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was built as a gift for a homesick queen? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Unlike the Taj Mahal, which was a tomb, this was a living gift. A king built these massive, floating terraces of flowers because his wife missed the green mountains of her home. Which legendary singer sang "I Will Always Love You" for the movie The Bodyguard? Is Whitney Houston. The song was actually written and first recorded by Dolly Parton in 1973. What does the word Valentine actually mean? Strong and healthy. It comes from the Latin word valens, meaning worthy, strong, or powerful. True or false? Broken heart syndrome is a real medical condition that can change the shape of your heart. It is true. It is medically called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. Extreme emotional stress can actually cause the heart to temporarily change shape, L. What color rose symbolizes friendship? The color is yellow. Be careful. In some cultures, yellow roses can also represent jealousy. True or false? A cat slow blinking at you is actually a way of saying I love you. True. In the cat world, closing your eyes is a sign of ultimate trust. It's often called a cat kiss. Which planet is known as the goddess of love and is the brightest planet in our sky? The planet Venus. It is named after the Roman goddess of beauty and love. It's so bright it can sometimes cast shadows on Earth. Which constellation features a bow and arrow, often associated with Cupid? Sagittarius. While traditionally a centaur, the image of the archer is often used in Valentine's horoscopes to represent Cupid's aim. According to the famous Beatles song, what is all you need? Love. The band wrote it specifically to be simple, so that people all over the world could understand the message, regardless of what language they spoke. Which US state produces the most chocolate? Pennsylvania. It's home to Hershey, the sweetest place on Earth. Alright, here's your final score. How was the mission? Tell me at the comments. How many did you get right? Subscribe to continue the mission. The next video is waiting.